Hey guys, I've been getting a lot of requests on how to make these 3D blood bag shaker reels, so I wanted to go ahead and show y'all how to make them. First, you're going to need your acrylic pieces, the front, the back, and the middle shaker ring. There are a few different sellers on Etsy who sell these blanks, but I do like to send in my own cut file because I like the centerpiece to be a little bit thinner around the walls. The thicker ones that you see now are what's available on Etsy, but I do feel like the thinner ones give an overall cleaner look in the end product, but it's really all about your personal preference and how you want it to turn out. Next, we are going to take our middle piece and drill a tiny hole into the top of it. This is going to allow us to insert the blood after we have put all the pieces together. I do see a lot of people drilling the holes after the pieces have been put together, but I don't like doing it that way because I get a lot of shavings in the center of mine and you cannot get them out, so just save yourself the time and hassle by drilling the hole first. The next product we will be using is called Weld On 4. This is what they use to make acrylic signs and acrylic fish tanks. It is going to basically produce one solid piece because it melts the acrylic together. This is called solvent welding. Please make sure you are reading all of the instructions and all of the cautions before using this product. This can be a very dangerous chemical if not used correctly. Please make sure you are not doing this in an enclosed area and make sure you are wearing the proper PPE. Now, these are not the correct gloves here that I'm wearing, but I couldn't find my other ones, so we're just gonna roll with these for now. Now we are going to grab our middle piece and a front or back piece and line them up. Once you have them lined up perfectly, we are going to take our syringe full of Weld On 4 with our blunt tip needle and go along the inside seam of the acrylic pieces, just making sure that we are filling in all the gaps and all the little nooks and crannies. After that, you are going to want to apply pressure for a few seconds to make sure that it is sticking together and everything is lined up correctly. Next, we will take our remaining piece and line it up perfectly once again on the opposite side. Now we will go in with our syringe full of Weld On 4, this time going along the outside seam and filling in all the little gaps. I like to go along the outside seams with the Weld On 4 a couple of times, even after pressing it together and allowing it to dry overnight, just to make sure that there will be no leaks and everything is filled in nicely. After you're finished using the Weld On 4, you're going to allow it to dry for a few hours or overnight. I like to let mine dry overnight, and I also like to place a heavy object on top of it, such as a book or a candle, just to make sure that everything is melted together. After it has finished drying overnight, we are going to take our acrylic piece and fill the center of it with blood. You can fill it up as much as you want, but I like to leave a little bit of room at the top so the blood can move around freely. Next, you are going to take an alcohol prep pad and clean the top of the hole to make sure there is no residue. After that, you are going to take your UV resin and place a tiny dot on top of the hole to make sure it seals in the blood. You are going to want to cure this for 30 seconds or a little longer. After it has cured, the blood will fully be sealed in, and then we will take our vinyl and place it over the top, making a border. I like to use Scotch tape to pick up the vinyl because it doesn't leave any residue on it, but you can use whatever kind of transfer tape you like. After you have lined up your vinyl, it will look like this, and then we will take our blood bag label and place it directly in the center of our piece. Next, we will take our UV resin and place it over the top to seal in all of the vinyl. After I'm finished using the UV resin, I do like to go in with my tweezers to pop any little air bubbles I see, and then I like to go in with my lighter to make sure any remaining air bubbles are popped before fully curing this under our UV lamp for a couple of minutes. After it has fully cured, we are going to take our Weld-On 4, our acrylic piece, and our badge reel and attach them together. Using the syringe, once again, we are going to place the Weld-On 4 directly on the badge reel before placing the acrylic piece on top of it. And then we are going to press it together and let it dry again for an additional 24 hours. Now that it has completely dried, you have your fully completed blood bag shaker reel.